Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning a little bit about some inventor tricks here. Doing a tapered extrusion, doing an extrusion from a midplane, learning how to drill holes, and then a little bit of work here with work planes. What I've already opened up here is I made a circle. Let's talk about this tapered extrusion. Typically, you guys would go to extrude, and I've just made a circle sketch, and I'm ready to extrude now. Well, if you click on more, alright, what you can do now is this button called a tapered extrusion. And what this goes by here is degrees. And notice now that this is at a 15-degree angle. It's going to extrude this out at an angle. There it's telling us the angle is 15 degrees. If I wanted to make it smaller, alright, there it's going negative, alright, or it's becoming a smaller 15-degree angle. It's coming in now at 15 degrees. And so forth. I can change it. There's 25, get rid of the negative, but you can do a lot of things with the extrusion. And it's going to extrude at whatever shape we decide to make it. For example, if I were to go back to my sketch and get rid of this shape, and I wanted to do let's just do a polygon, 6-sided polygon. So as let's try this again. So here's my polygon, finishing it here, and I get ready to extrude it. If I go up here to more again, there it's going to extrude it whatever shape I have there. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. Alright, so that right there, and what the heck, let's just go ahead and keep that. Now the next thing I want to show you guys, so we've did the extrusion. How about from a extrusion from a midplane? So let's come up here and let's see, I'm going to go to my origin, and I have these different planes that I can turn on here. What I'm going to want is one that kind of runs through the middle here. Okay, that one would be on top. This is the one I'm wanting. So I'm going to go ahead and right hand click on it, make it visible. Now I've got that one right in the middle of it. So what I can do is go here. I want to make a sketch on that one. And let's say I wanted to, I don't know. Let's say that we wanted to make some eyeballs popping out of it. So and then we're going to make another circle. Well, some of you might be saying, well, I can't see the circle. How am I going to do anything with it? Well, let me show you a little thing here. I'm going to right hand click and say OK. And then I'm going to right hand click. I'm going to go down to here, a thing called Slice Graphics. And what that does is it gets rid of the front half of that, so I can now see my circles that I've drawn on there. It's still there, it's just like making it invisible so that we can see on this plane the circles that I've had. Another little trick I'm going to show you here is, I've showed you this before, project geometry. Alright, by coming around here and clicking on these, now the edges of this are also on the sketch. I could measure from those edges. Not that I want to do that right now. I'm going to go to extrude, and I'm going to go more. I'm just having fun with it now. And I've clicked on both of those. Let's hit OK. Didn't quite do what I wanted it to do here. Let's backtrack. Go to extrude again. There we go. Had to zoom in there a little bit. And now I've got these pegs sticking out of there. Alright. So at any rate, we've showed you extruding, tapered, midplane. Let's talk about drilling some holes. Alright. back to Inventor. I'm going to make a new sketch. Let's say I wanted on the top of this, I wanted a hole going through the middle of it. Well, sometimes we can drill, sometimes we've learned to extrude holes, but we can also simply, I'm just putting some multiple work points on here and you'll see why in a second. Let's say these are the holes. Now I haven't dimensioned these, and that's okay for right now. You guys would probably have dimensions you'd have to put on it. But here's my hole, and what this does now is I can go through here and tell it that I want to drill. All right, this is like drilling a hole. This is like what a drill would actually do. Over here you've got the different types. Like this is a non countersunk or counter bore. This is actually a countersink when it goes at a taper right here. These two here would be called counter bores. But let's say I wanted to drill a hole that had no countersink or no counter bore. I want the hole to be 0.5. Now it's saying that all the holes right now are going to be that big. I don't want all the holes to be that big. And I only want it to go a distance. I want it to go a distance of, let's say 0.25 inches. And on top of that now, I want it to finish at a flap. It's going to be flat on the bottom. And I do want it to be, here I want to have some threads. And a lot of times, most times you're not going to do anything with your threads because it's going to be automatic. Alright, it automatically puts them in there. Let's see if this will let me change this again. Alright, we're going to thread it all the way through. Alright, now I'm going to go over here, and I believe now if I say OK, it's going to drill all those holes, and they're all threaded all the way through there. But let's back up a stage. Alright, hole, there we go. Let's say I just wanted to do one hole. What I needed to do here, I'm going to backtrack here again. Notice they're all green. Okay, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click on that one. Right. So now that I've made it blue, I can now go in here and only drill that hole. That was the key concept here that I went to. If you zoom in on it, alright, notice now this one, my middle one here, is going to be blue. And again, if I wanted to drill a hole, maybe this one I wanted to be tapered, or I have a counter bore at the top, I'm going to leave the counter bore as it is. I'm going to leave everything alone. Counter bore must be greater 2 inches. It's not liking something here that I'm trying to do. Okay, that's bigger, that's smaller, 2 inches depth here. Counter bore, let's make the counter bore here at the top real small. I think that's what's causing the trouble. And let's make it just non-drilled. It is greater up here. Counter bore diameter must be greater than the hole diameter. Okay. Ah, down here, there's my problem. I'm going to make this 0.25. And now you can see that there is a counter bore in there. Alright. And it doesn't go all the way through. Alright, so let's see what we've shown you here. And some work planes. And a lot of that was reviewed with the work planes. So, for right now, that's going to be it for today. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.